All right. Ooh, sorry for shaking you. All right. Good morning. Now I get to find me. I'm going to announce it every single week because it's just the way that it goes. So, where am I? It says I'm live. Am I live? I am. Fantastic. Okay. Come on. Come on. Done. Okay. We're there. Every time. Okay. Good morning. Good morning to all of you. It is chilly out. Kelly, you are correct. It is very cold. Um, but that's okay. I have a warm cup of coffee, and all the doors in the studio are closed, so I can stay nice and toasty warm while I talk to you guys on our last YouTube before the holidays. I will be here next Friday, so it's just really my last chance to say Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. And then I'll do it again next week when I see you and I say Happy New Year. So, hi Brandy, how are you? How is everything in your neck of the woods, Brandy? I know you've had a lot. You've had a lot on your plate. I hope things are well for you. And good morning to everybody else. Rainy Washington, D.C. Rainy right now does not sound appealing in any way because it just makes me feel like it's even colder. So, Arnetta, I'm very, very sorry that it's so cold and raining. It's just cold here. It started snowing, but it wasn't anything. It wasn't anything that stuck. It was just burr. My mom came here to drop off part of Christmas dinner because we are hosting Christmas dinner this year since we finally have a kitchen and a nice place to do it and a dining room table that seats all of us. It's very exciting. So I'm very, very excited about that. My stepfather knows. Susan, don't be sorry that you live in Costa Rica. So my stepfather knows that I can cook. I'm not saying I'm a great cook. I can cook, it's edible, most people live. I'm better at baking, but my family has been requesting these fancy Christmas dinners, and we haven't been able to really do them because I haven't hosted in a while. And so this year, my sister who likes to live like a really wealthy person, it's like, can we have surf and turf? Let's have prime rib and crab legs and lobster. And so that is what we were having. But Jessica does not know how to cook any of those things. So my mom brought me a lot of meat this morning because what else do mothers do? So we have plenty of steaks and we have a prime rib all prepped and ready to go with explicit instructions because your girl here doesn't really know what to do with a large hunk of meat. So my stepfather's going to help me cook, but it's all good. I'm going to do a lot of baking and all the side dishes. It's going to be fantastic. The funny thing is, I don't even eat prime rib. So I'm not even making it for me, but I'm going to learn how to make it and have another cooking experience and learn things. And that's all. Shelly is teasing all of you because she and a handful of other people do know what the mystery bag for New Year's Eve looks like. And it's a good one. I'm super excited. So I'm very very excited about that. And Beth, I couldn't have said it better myself. It is good to see Brandy here. If you guys don't follow Brandy, go follow her. Where are you? Oh, there we are. Beans, Bags, and Handicrafts Co. She has an amazing YouTube channel. Go give her a follow if you are not already doing that. And let's see here. What else does everybody have to say? Well, Zena, you do prime rib every year. Do you cook it? Is this something that I need to learn how to do? Do I need to learn how to be good at this? I'm trying to perfect my macarons still. Like that's what I'm trying to do right now. But it's okay. This week has been a very food driven week. I don't know about you guys. It's like the week before Christmas. There's always lots of food happening, and Monday I had a nail appointment. I got my Christmas nails. I'm very excited about them. Look at this one. It looks like a little sweater. So Monday Eric took me to my nail appointment, and then we had lunch out, and then I took him to a doctor's appointment the other day, and we got bagels from my favorite bagel place nearby. And tonight is bestie dinner. I get to finally meet my bestie's new beau, and I'm very excited about it, to one of our favorite restaurants. And then this weekend, I'm going to bake the entire weekend. So it's just food everywhere. It's crazy. So Brandy is awesome just like you. Well, thanks, Bobby. I think you're awesome. So, Shelly, I'm glad to know that. Shelly doesn't eat prime rib or ham. I do eat ham, but it's not my favorite. I'm not gonna fight to have a ham. Like that's gonna be my last. It's just not my thing. The prime rib smells amazing. It's all prepped and ready to go. It's sitting in the freezer right now until Monday when I have to take it out. It smells delicious. I don't eat a lot of red meat. I eat hamburgers and like tacos, but I don't really eat a lot of red meat, so it's just not my thing. But I'm here for the side dishes. I'm making scalloped potatoes. I'm making homemade bread. I finally made focaccia bread and it came out so good that I'm making it for Christmas. I'm making my favorite vegetables for the side. I'm making all sorts of stuff. I will have some lobster and some crab. I'm doing it. Like I'm having dinner. I'm just barely not into the prime rib. You only eat fish. You're a pescatarian. Interesting. Oh, and Shelly, I didn't know you didn't eat any red meat. That is interesting to me. I never knew that. See, things I learned about you guys. So I'm probably going to learn more things about you guys today because I have an idea for today's video where I want to get more feedback from you. Because last week, if you didn't watch last week's live, we talked about patterns and kind of like the future of what I want to do with patterns, like as far as like patterns and add-ons and like all that kind of stuff. And so if you didn't watch last Friday's, go take a look at that. We just kind of talked about like what I'm seeing for 2025 for myself, kind of like all that kind of stuff. So lobster is a bug. So what I want to talk about today, after I show you December Court Club, is kind of the future of videos. I want to talk about videos with you guys. And man, I am learning a whole lot from all of you. There's a lot of pescatarians and vegetarians, and this is so exciting. This will freak everyone out. We have chili for Christmas dinner, and that sounds amazing. And I told my stepfather, this is the last I'll talk about food. We'll move on. We were talking on the phone. We were talking on the phone because I was like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to buy. What do I do? How do I get lobster? I was like, what do I do with the lobster when I get them? Like, do I get them live? Do I put them in the bathtub? Like, do I have a conversation with them? Like, are they pets? What am I doing with the freaking lobsters? So he very kindly, without laughing too much, explained to me how to handle our new friends that we will be eating. I already lost my train of thought. Oh, the chili. I said to him that they were all stressing me out, and next year we're having tacos. And he's like, I love tacos. I was like, then that's what we're having. You're all having tacos and maybe hot dogs because I can't deal with all this prime rib and craziness. Brandy, I would absolutely love if you did a violet tutorial. I know that I think Nova either did one or was going to do one. I have mine. I asked Lauren if she had time, if she would add it to her roster. I don't know if she's going to be able to. She's so busy. But if you would like to do Violet when you are ready for it, I would be so excited. And for sure, reach out and let me know when you get it done, and I will make sure that everybody goes and watches that too, because we're supporting each other. Like that's what we do. We're women supporting women. We're small businesses working together. So I would love to see your take on my pattern. I think that would be awesome. We talked a while ago. I know about you doing that, and things happen. People get busy. Brandy and I had a conversation, like 2 years ago. I think it was a while ago about, about her doing some patterns, but absolutely go wild. So we are going to talk about videos. But I want to show you real quick because it's on the website as of like 10 minutes ago. Not that I was behind today. I have December Court Club, and I wanted to show it to you real quick because you guys are all making me really hungry with all of you talking about food. You're making me very hungry right now. So I'm going to show you December Court Club. I'm going to save my favorite for last because it's a good one if you haven't seen it yet. So first up, we have a new green, okay? I know green is not everybody's favorite, but I do love this green. This is evergreen. It is like a soft, muted gray, really, really nice green. It was a long time ago, Brandon. It's whatever, shit happens. So, so this is evergreen. It's very, very soft, just like the coral from, what month was it? 2 months ago, 1 month ago, whenever the coral we did, it's got that same super soft, like luxurious feeling. Next up, again, not one of my most popular colors, but I just needed it, and you'll understand why. We went with the mustard and gold. And I absolutely love this mustard. I use mustard more than I ever thought that I was going to. I always thought when I first started like selling cork, like no one's gonna want yellow cork. I love it. And the mustard with the gold, there's just something about it. It's so rich. So we have that one. And the reason we had to get mustard is because we brought back an old favorite, finally, after many years of it being gone, Folk Floral. It is finally back. And the reason that I grabbed not only the green, but the mustard is because it looks so good with this print. I have a Jane wallet somewhere, I have no idea where, that has this on the outside and I put some mustard inside and oh, it looks so good. I did not color match this one for you. I will try to do that later today. I got super busy yesterday. So this one works really nicely with some of your greens. It's got some of that coral in there, some the medium blue green. The back is technically black, they call it, but it's like a brushed black. So I think it almost reads navy sometimes. When you put it next to navy, you can see the difference. But if you were wearing this with something navy, I'm sure it would go really nicely. It's just got such a nice print to it. It is technically directional. The flowers do go in one direction, but so much of the cork is. So I saw that this one was back in stock. I had to do it for December because why not? Speaking of Cork Club, obviously Cork Club is done for 2024. We sent out the last of the packages. We do have, I think like 6. I think I checked this morning, there was like 6 of the extra large extras packages. Now you know what's in them and they're still discounted. I'm not going to change the price. I'm not going to take them off. So if you're interested in getting an XL package, it's still giving you the discount and you'll get all 3 of those corks. That doesn't usually happen. They usually sell out super quick, but it's December. It's kind of par for the course. Around the holidays, things get they're a little hit or miss. You know, everybody's spending money on Christmas and obviously prime rib and lobsters. So I understand. But if you're looking for that, if you want to treat yourself, now you know what's in it. You can get 3 pieces with a discount. The regular size did sell out. So if you order separately on the website, you will be paying the regular price, but I'm just throwing it out there. Once those are done, they're done. We will continue the same for 2025. If you are interested in signing up for Cork Club, I would definitely sign up sooner rather than later if you can. You technically have until January 10th, but because of Christmas and New Year's and everything and the winter, I wouldn't encourage you to wait super, super long to sign up if you want to be in January shipment, just because I need to make sure I have enough cork for everybody. And if you're not on the list sooner rather than later and there's a delay, I just don't want your cork to be delayed. It could happen. I'm just forewarning all of you. Between holiday shipping and weather, there could be a delay on January. I'm going to try my best to not have that happen, but just letting you know. So if you are interested in signing up for Cork Club, the listings are still on the Cork page. It now says Cork Club 2025, just so that you know that it's, it's for the upcoming year. It's the same thing, same information, same price, same all that. I showed you last week that we have mustard, no, it's called gold waterproof canvas. All the waterproof canvas that I ordered came in. Eric got it all cut because he's awesome. So that has been updated. I have a little bit of cork to update, and then we are still waiting for one more shipment that I'm hoping comes before Christmas. I thought it was going to be here this week, and FedEx is playing games. So if you know anyone at FedEx, tell them to knock it off. I need my cork. I have several rolls of cork that I need to get here. So I'm just waiting as patiently as I can. Okay, so one other thing I'm going to throw out there. It's a date. And then we're going to talk about like videos and some ideas I had, and I want to hear your ideas. Last week, it was Mary and Stephanie were both talking about doing a Lola XL class in the new year. And we were looking towards possibly doing a Sunday. If any of you have any interest in that, and if you've already done the class or if you're not interested, I appreciate you, but don't put your 2 cents in, because I'm trying to plan around the people that actually think that they're going to come to this, if that makes sense. I have a few Sundays in January and I have one in February that I'm looking at. I'm just going to throw these out there, and if you are thinking about wanting a Lola XL class and these dates work, let me know in the comments, send me an email, whatever you want to do. I could do one January 12th or 19th, or if you want a little bit more time, I can do one February 2nd. Those are all available. I just wanted to put that out there. And I will, if I get any feedback, I will use that and I will put a date up. And if I don't get feedback, I'll pick a day and we'll hope for the best. So, okay. So what I talked about last week, we're kind of going to carry that over into this week. What we were talking about was um, pattern writing and add-ons, and like what the preference was with doing a pattern with an add-on, doing a whole new pattern. I kind of talked about the little bit of remorse that I had over the Lola XL, and I should have made it into its own pattern, but we're moving on. We're moving forward. It's done because it's already out there. But what I want to know, because I got a lot of amazing feedback from you guys in regards to patterns, I also want to talk about videos. Obviously, YouTube, I'm here every week with you guys. It's obviously a big part of my business. It was a surprise because it wasn't something I planned. And then 4 years ago, this happened and I haven't left. I do have obviously my studio all set up here. I have my camera rig right here. I live here now. I can film anytime I want. My biggest downfall is the editing part because I have to spend an awful lot of time with myself to edit videos, which is exhausting. Brandy and Beth and everybody else that edits videos, I think that you probably understand. Sometimes spending more time with yourself is not always enjoyable. You hear all of the things that you say, you hear all of your repeat words, you hear how many times you say and you drive yourself bananas. So editing is always a thing for me because I have to physically sit down in front of the computer and get it done, and it just becomes a task. So I want to be better at that. I want to put more videos out there, and maybe with your encouragement, I will get past my whatever my problem is, and I will get more done. I feel like this year I was very low on videos. Good morning, Beth. I feel like last year I did a lot of videos. Everything is dependent on a lot of stuff. It's dependent on personal things, health. It's dependent on weather, not so much anymore because I live here. It depends on a lot. Editing steals my soul, evidently. I am a mouth breather. Same, Beth. As somebody who cannot even sleep with her mouth closed, I understand. I say like, and what is the other thing? Because somebody pointed it out, which was really helpful. It's really nice when somebody also makes you more self-conscious than you already were. And now, I say, and now. Somebody wrote on one of my videos, take a shot every time she says, and now. And I was like, okay, let's not. I do say okay a lot. Yeah, those repeat words that you say, it's hard to undo them. Like, it's just what you say and it's how your brain thinks. And it's hard to not do that. And when you're making a video, you hear it because every time I get to a step, I'll say, and now for step 11, and now for step 12. And I'm like, I do say and now a lot. If you have my cell phone number, you also know that I text the word awesome too much. I don't say it as much, but I text it a lot. It's just, we're all quirky and weird. So I have to, spending time with editing, Jessica, is a lot. So I don't always have the patience for her. Thought collectors. I love that. Editing takes more time and effort than making the video. It does. It really does. Because I actually have streamlined my filming to be easier for me. And I know that you guys don't care. We are all unique and it's fine. It's funny. I can laugh at myself because I have to. I have started to do, probably over the last 6 months, something that I'm sure everybody else already does, and I just get there slowly. I don't always pick up as quickly as everyone else. In what I would normally do, every video up until about like 6 months prior, I would get my stuff ready, I'd film, I'd turn the camera off, go do the sewing, come back, turn it on, film the next part. Everything was very step by step by step. I would tell you, I would sew it, I would come back. So now what I started doing, because I realized I'm the only one here and I'm going to edit the pieces together anyway, is I will lay out a bunch of things I can do at once. So I will film step 1, this portion. And I do turn the camera on and off because then it makes shorter videos and it makes it easier for editing. I didn't the first time and it made it really difficult. But again, figuring things out, growth. So then I will film part of step 4. and get that done. Then I'll do part of step 6 and whatever it is. And then I take all that stuff to the machine, sew all of it, bring it back, and then start up on each of those steps again. It probably sounds confusing if you don't film, but it actually makes it easier because my filming is cut like hours are cut out. So, and I do truly love making tutorials. If you've ever taken a class with me in person, Zoom, or whatever, at a show, I absolutely love when Lauren comes on and makes fun of me. I absolutely love teaching. It's one of my favorite things to do. It's one of the things that you will never, ever convince me that I'm not good at. You can tell me I'm unattractive. You can tell me I'm a bad pattern writer. You can tell me I have ugly feet. I don't care. I'll believe anything you tell me. You tell me I'm a bad teacher, I'm like, I'm gonna argue with you on that one. I'm not a bad teacher, and I thoroughly enjoy teaching. So I want to do more videos. I am never going to be like my friend Lauren, who's on here heckling me, who films videos 24 hours a day. I'm pretty sure she's a camera strapped to her head. That's not gonna happen. I can't do that. But I would love to be putting out a couple videos a month. That would be a really great goal. Maybe 2 videos a month sounds obtainable. I know I'm not a weekly video kind of person, just not going to do it. So in doing that, I want to know what you guys are looking for. Obviously, whenever I release a new pattern, I do a tutorial for that. So all of my new patterns have that information. Thank you, Antoinette. All of my older patterns, I'm working on them. If you saw my post yesterday, I finally got my Piper video edited. My Piper video was filmed when I was wearing a t-shirt because it was still really nice out. And you're an amazing friend. I was filming in the summertime before I went to Lauren's. I remember because I remember what nails I had. I can tell by my manicure what time of year it was. It took me that many months. So like August, I think I was going there in August, September, it was like Labor Day. It's taken me that long to get the video done. I don't know why. I have no idea why it takes me that long. It was just, I just dragged my feet on it. I do a million other things. So I'm enjoying going through the backlog of patterns. It's kind of fun to like look at some of the patterns that I've almost forgotten about. You guys are going to get Piper probably next week, maybe over the weekend. Patreons and members are going to get it later today. It took a million years to upload yesterday onto YouTube. I don't know why. I don't know what YouTube was doing yesterday. But it was just like, it said uploading and the percentage would go up like 1% every 20 minutes. I'm like, what are you doing? So I'm definitely going to keep doing those. But the other videos, what kinds of other things do you look for when you are looking at bag videos? Do you want free patterns? I know we all love a free pattern. Do you want, I don't know, like Lauren, I'm gonna use Lauren because Lauren keeps popping on here. Lauren does cutting videos. Do you like a cutting video? It's not something I've ever done before, and so I'm just kind of taking a poll. I don't do those because I don't really know what to do with them, and I don't know if I'm super able to multitask, like cutting and talking. I'm not sure if I'm really good at that. The other problem I have, and maybe I need to pick somebody's brain, Mormino over here, how do you cut someone else's pattern or any pattern without really showing the like when you're using a ruler and a mat? Like, how do you not show the sizes of things? I don't know how to do that. Tips and tricks are something I've wanted to do for a while. I've had this like thing in my head of like, and I called it, not just because the alliteration sounded cute, tiny tips for perfect purses. And it's all those little tiny things that you do that make a big difference to your purse, like little tiny minuscule things that make a big difference. That was something I was thinking about. I wanted to do some back to basic kind of things, and I'm not talking super basic, not like absolutely this is called a handle, but like here's some ways that you can make different pockets that you can incorporate into different bags. Here's ways that you can put in zippers. These are things that I am currently working on, but are there other back to basic things that you guys like? I want to hear all of your feedback, and I want to read all your comments while I sip coffee rudely in front of all of you because I'm thirsty. And yeah, so I'm interested in hearing your thoughts. Give them all to me so I may steal them and profit from them. That's what I want. Oh, I love when you guys follow each other. I love that. I'm reading comments to myself. Don't worry. So, Brandy, I have to comment on this one. You said I say okay too much. And does my voice really sound like that? That is the hardest thing for me, is that I did not think that my voice, I have a very high pitched voice when I'm doing tutorials, but in normal everyday life, I have a very deep voice. It's the weirdest thing. Somebody called it something else. I won't repeat that. She called it my something voice. You fill in the blank. It was dirty. I didn't think that I had one of those voices, but maybe I do. I feel like it's my teacher voice. But I feel like when I'm doing tutorials, I'm just very much like this. And when I'm talking normally, it's like this. And I do irritate the absolute living garbage out of myself when I hear the difference in my voice. I don't do it on purpose. I'm just letting you guys know. I do not have a growth, Lauren. I have growth. Just letting you know. A couple videos a month is freaking perfect. You're an amazing teacher and a great friend. Lauren, right back at you. And Lauren, be real with us. How many videos are you putting out a month? Like 17? You're an absolute machine. I don't know how you do it, because I know that you have a lot of other things going on, including a 4-year-old. I don't know how you do what you do. A day in the life of Jessica Vandenberg. It might make me lose followers or have people call healthcare professionals on my behalf. Oh, hi Elaine. I haven't seen you in forever. It's been forever. Since March, I think. Thank you for that. A couple of videos. I think 2 videos a month as a goal is a good goal. And if it's more, great. Like 2 a week. Oh my God, I can't. Why am I friends with you? I don't know what to do with you. Yes, Arnetta. So the timestamps, I did start doing timestamps about a year ago. I did not know how easy they were to do. I'm kind of like embarrassed. I feel like I am like in kindergarten when it comes to YouTube. I'm like, I didn't know I could do that. It gets very exciting to me when I learn something new. I had no idea that timestamps were not that difficult to do. And so they are in my newer videos, and I will do them from here forward because they're a piece of cake to do. Like, they're like super easy. I just didn't know. I think I tried once doing it the wrong way or a different way, and it like rejected it and wouldn't work. And I was like, I quit. I can't do this. It's not hard to do at all. If anybody out there wants to know, I can teach you. It's one thing I have, but I'm sure you all know how to do that. Lauren, the timestamps, everybody loves them. And literally it's the easiest thing to do, but you have to, while you're hanging out with yourself, write them down. You have to write them down so that you don't have to listen to yourself a 3rd time. That's the key. I have a notebook here. It's such a sloppy. You can see my sloppy, horrible handwriting. This is what it looks like. I just write them all down and things I need to do and all of that. And then I just go and you literally type them in the description. That is it. You type in the description 1:11:53 step 12 and it automatically does it for you. Like, YouTube needs to give me a tutorial because I did not know that that was a thing. There's a lot of things I don't know how to do in YouTube, and I still don't know how to use StreamYard, and I still have to ask Lauren to do that for me. A single video on bag straps. You know what? I actually have something filmed. It's probably shorter than I want it to be, so I might... There's a plow outside. It's very loud. I don't know why they're plowing. It's not doing anything. I can definitely add to the handle video because I think that would be a really fun one, just to kind of like look at some different techniques and different ways that we can not only make handles, but make handles look really nice. And I'm going to do the same thing with zippers. On a zippered pouch pattern. Yes, I know there's 857 zippered pouch patterns out there, but I have one that is not a pattern anymore. It's now going to be a free tutorial. And in that, I'm going to show you 3 to 4 different ways to put in a top zipper, not a recess zipper, but like a top zipper, and just to use different techniques so that you can apply them to different bags. I think that's cool for all of us, whether you're a brand new bag maker or not, but especially if you're newer, just to have like a reference and a place where things, you know, can tell you like, here's something you can use. It's Eric sending me. Eric, I'm on YouTube. I don't know what you were doing, but you're sending me videos on Facebook and I can't deal with you right now. So, okay. All right, hold on. Timestamps, color matching. A cutting video. Oh, a cutting video for the New Year's Eve pattern. Oh, Karen. Can I do that before New Year's Eve? Can I? I can try. How about that? You know what? I just thought of how I could do it. I can do it. I'm going to try to do it. Okay. I have an idea. So hold on, because we all know I don't remember stuff after I hit end. New Year's Eve cutting video. I would be happy to show you a few tricks on that. Okay. Color matching is always fun. Basics wouldn't be bad. People can have a reference. Exactly. Let's see. And thank you, Pat. I mean, absolutely. Pat said, I love all the suggestions. So do I. Do the ones that are most fun for you. And really, they're all fun. It's learning how to film and edit videos was super fun because like I'm kind of nerdy like that, where I love the ins and outs of doing that. And knowing that YouTube was not as hard as I convinced myself of forever. I was like, YouTube is so hard. I can't do it. I don't own any of these things. And it really wasn't as hard as I had thought. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to film anything that you guys like, because let's be realistic here. I can film anything I want, but if you don't want to watch it, it's a waste of my time. If I film things that you want that have been requested, it's a good thing because then you keep coming back to my channel, you tell other people about my channel, it helps me. It's how we grow. It's how we grow our channels. I can put a whole bunch of dumb stuff out there that no one cares about, and the only person I'm going to satisfy is me. So why not do the things that you guys like? That's what makes the most sense to me. But I appreciate that you always have my back, Pat. So Beth says, I love informational videos like favorite tools, favorite patterns, show me your sewing area. It's a disaster, just like all the rest of yours. How you organize your sewing room. I don't. I throw stuff everywhere. That's what I do. I open packages and then throw them wherever they land. There is a pile over there of zipper pulls that I ordered from Lauren. There's the package that came in here, which is empty. The garbage is here, and the ruler that I got from her is over there. So that's how I organize, with no thought process whatsoever. I do have a work voice, Heather, I'm telling you. Let's see. Teaching Eric how to sew. Yes, that definitely is high on my list. And he's just been, I don't know, he's not wanting to come downstairs lately, which I understand. But also, he needs to, because he opened his mouth and said he wants to sew, so he needs to. Mail openings are always exciting. I just haven't ordered anything lately. And yes, Callie, I know what they're doing. I just think that they're being rude with the plows while I'm trying to do YouTube. They need to go away. Okay, tips on maximizing cork when you cut. I would be happy to do some stuff like that. Like that's, I know what you're asking, and I can definitely work on that. So, let's see here. Yes, and so here, that's the funny thing, Pat. Looking at the videos that are super popular, a lot of them are the free videos. And a lot of my views, boxy pouches, the laptop tutorial, and the number one for several years in a row now has been my recess zipper and zipper pocket tutorial. So I just answered my own question with your help. I know what people like. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. Here I am, just, I don't know. I know what people want. A video of you filling out the teacher information for your Sew Whatever Summit. Lauren, girl, you told me I had till January 5th, so you'll get it by January 5th. So, since the cat's out of the bag, because Lauren announced it, I'm teaching at Sew Whatever Summit next April. And I'm very excited, and I hope you all will come. And I'm fairly certain I know what I'm teaching, but I do want to pick a certain person's brain about it and see what her thoughts are. It's probably not going to be a brand new pattern, but it will be a newer pattern. And I want something really cool that, that appeals to a lot of people. And I'm sorry I made you stress. I meant to email you and say, I got it, I will fill it out, but I'm a bad friend. I don't know why you keep telling me I'm a good friend. I'm a terrible friend. So I know you are. But I will fill that out. And actually, I will probably be texting you later and asking your opinion of what I have in mind. So don't worry, you'll be hearing from me. You'll be hearing from me a lot. Yeah, Nancy, you're giving me way too much credit. I'm not organized in the least. It's terrible. I have ideas for Eric to sew. I just need to fully get him on board with it. And he's almost there. But I think it's just a matter, once I get him down here, he'll do it. It's just, he's like, well, I don't really know what I'm doing. Or what if I swear? And I'm like, I swear too. That's why I edit it. That's also why they get a blooper video at the end of every year with all of the times that I swore while I was making edits. It's fine. It's fine, honey. Using a cutting machine SVGs. That I am sadly not an expert on, and I wish that I was for you guys. I know how to do it, but I'm not. If I make a video like that, there's going to be a lot of follow-up questions, and a lot of my answers are going to be, I don't know. So until I'm more comfortable with that, I won't be doing like a cutting machine SVG type of video, just because when I do something, I go all in. I want to have every possible answer for you. So there's definitely other people that are way better at that than me. I am not your go-to girl for that, for sure. So, okay, a video on modifying patterns, like adding a zippered pocket. So, modifying patterns can be a little bit challenging because it's kind of a general thing. It's like, how do you design a bag pattern? It's very general. What I'm thinking is, instead of doing something like that where there's a lot of questions left to afterwards, that I would rather do kind of like what you said, like adding a zippered pocket. Hope Moses, that's my mother being rude. I can attest Jessica lacks my organizational skills. Thanks, Mom. I love you too. I'm glad to see that you can comment now, and then you come in with that one. Anyway, my whole family loves to roast me, and they get to do it publicly, so it's great for them. So I wanted to do more like, hey, you want to add a pocket to your bag because your pattern doesn't have one, or you self-drafted something? Here's a pocket video with 5 different types of pockets. You want to put in a zipper and you don't like how it looks? Here's my tips on zippers and different techniques that you can use. So I think that's kind of, I can roast them publicly as well. I think that's kind of more where I'm going. As far as modifying stuff, it's so like open. I mean, modifying, we can change sizes, we can add things, we can take things away. I definitely don't do that as much because I do focus on my own patterns. So I'm a brat, I'm selfish. What can I tell you? So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm glad to know what you guys like, and kind of what you're looking for, because I want to keep all of you here, and I want more of you to come here, and I want you to tell other people to come here, because I really enjoy being on YouTube. It's fun. So my mom is amazing. My mom was literally here a couple hours ago dropping off meat. She is fantastic. She travels with me. She is always good to me, but she does love to take a jab at me whenever she can, because we also do the same thing to each other. When my sister's around, it's even worse, because my sister and I really love to gang up on my mother, but then my sister and my husband gang up on me. So it's just kind of our thing. And then we're all kind of mean to my stepfather for no reason, because he just takes it. So we're very sarcastic. We're an extremely sarcastic, open family where we say pretty much anything to each other. Some might call us rude. I don't care. We're just kind of, we like to annoy each other. We do. You definitely grow up with thick skin when you grow up in that household. You learn to take a lot. It's interesting, but we just enjoy just teasing each other. It's just what we do. So, but I'm just actually really excited that my mom can comment, because my mom has been telling me for months now that she watches me on Fridays and she can't comment. And I don't know what's wrong with her YouTube, but apparently it's fixed. So I'm excited for her. But now it's out in the world and everybody knows that you're mean, Hope Moses. So, okay, let's see here. Her husband made a pair of pajama pants. I definitely want Eric to make some bags, and I also just want to teach him how to sew, and film it so you guys can see him learning how to sew, because I think it's going to be interesting, because there's that side of him that's a mechanic and is technical, and he wants to be really precise about it, but he doesn't know anything about sewing. So it's gonna be a new skill to learn. And so it's gonna be fun kind of watching him just be like, I have to do this, and not really knowing what he's doing. You're not mean, Mom. I'm just joking. Nobody thinks you're mean. Besides, you come to shows with me. They've met you in person. They all know. It is definitely a New York thing. Okay, Tracy. Tracy's being serious. She has a serious question. We're going to answer it. Would you consider a video on how you design a pattern? How do you measure a gusset words? This could also help with modifications. Yeah, I can do that. Again, can I be technical enough to make it educational is going to be the question. Because a lot of times I'm not very technical, and maybe that's okay. Maybe you need to know that sometimes it doesn't have to be super technical. So I can work on something like that. That would be kind of fun, because nobody taught us any of this. Like, no, none of us went to like bag designing school. We just made it up as we went and decided how we wanted to handle it, how we wanted to write patterns, and what we wanted to do with our time. And then some of us decided to be here on YouTube. Somebody's talking about me. My ears ringing. So it's definitely an interesting thing, designing patterns. It's a weird business. It's a weird way to say that I earn a living. And outside of people that also sew, and especially people that sew bags, most people have no idea what I'm talking about when I tell them what I do for a living. They're very confused by it. When you say you design patterns, they're like, you what? And I'm like, I write instructions? Like, does that make more sense? A lot of people just kind of get a glazed over look and don't really know how to respond to it. So that's why it's nice being here, because you guys at least understand what I'm talking about. You know what a gusset is. You know when I'm talking about like doing videos on basics like pockets and handles, where other people in the rest of the world are like, what? And that's okay. That's all right. They don't need to hang out here. Michelle, you want to start learning how to design? Welcome. It's fun. It's very fun. It can take over your life, especially when you just have too many ideas and not enough time, and you feel like all you're doing is making things and trying to make things fit together. It's a fun way to use your design skills and your math skills that you didn't even know you really had, and put them together and see if you're smart enough to make something that turns out correct, or the way that you visualized it. It's a very weird job that we have. I do really enjoy it though. I've been doing this a long time. Okay. That was like 85 minutes straight of me just rambling and you guys being here. You took a bag design Zoom course. I have a feeling I might know whose it was, but Zena, I might be picking your brain during our Violet, because I'm interested to hear how that went. It sounds super fun. I truly appreciate all the time and effort you spend doing this for us. Well, thank you. I appreciate you being here every Friday, listening to me drink coffee and talk about nonsense. You know, I mean, I appreciate all of you. So, I didn't say I said Any more questions, suggestions, thoughts that you would like to share? I'm trying to think if there was anything else I wanted to tell you guys, and I don't think that there is. Is there? I think that was everything for today. Next week will be after Christmas. I will be here on Friday. Next week will be our annual recap. I couldn't find the word. Our year in review. What sold the most, what happened during the year, just kind of like our recap of 2024. And then the next Tuesday is going to be the New Year's Eve sew-along. So if you have not signed up for the sew-along, I'll give you that information one more time. Kits are done, because kits are not going to get to you on time, so you will need to provide your own materials. If you need hardware, again, it's still listed. I just don't know if it's going to get to you on time, but the hardware is pretty easy. You can go ahead and look at the list. If you're looking for the supply list and the cutting and all that information, it is a $10 download on the patterns page. It says New Year's Eve Mystery Sew-Along. You'll get all the information you need to be prepared for New Year's Eve. We will start sewing at 2. The reason it's $10 is because you're prepaying for the pattern. The pattern will be available either the very end of the day, New Year's Eve, or January 1st at the absolute latest. Patreons and members will get access to the pattern first, probably right after Christmas. They will also get access to the video tutorial, which is not filmed yet, but it will be. I now have a lot of ideas from all of you. So that's what we have going on. And then December's done, and then we're into January. We do have room in both of the Violet Zoom classes in January. It's the 11th and 15th. I'm probably going to throw a Lola XL class either the 12th or the 19th. Stephanie commented, and so she's the 12th and 19th works. So for sure, probably going to throw that in January if you're looking for a Zoom class when you don't have to leave your home, which is super fun. So let's see. I see a few more comments here. Let's see. All of your kids gang up on you during the holidays. It's too funny to hear how mean I used to be. I'm sure you probably just roll your eyes at them, Zena. Okay. And I don't know if you're asking this legitimately, if you're being sarcastic, but either way, so you never took a class to learn how to make bags. I did not. I absolutely did not. I just started doing this on my own. My journey started with me selling bags and making up my own designs because I bought some patterns and I didn't like them. And most of the patterns that I bought were like the Butterick and McCall's, like those type of patterns that you go look through the catalog at Joann's and you get the pattern. And I don't like any of them because they don't give you a lot of instruction. So you're kind of learning how to make up things as you go anyway. And so I had a notebook that I would just write down everything I did, and I would write all the sizes and all the things, and I would just make the bags. And when I got burned out on sewing bags and selling them, I will never get burned out on sewing bags. I still love that. It was the selling part, and it was the never having any free time. I worked full time. I just started writing them into patterns, and I had no idea what I was doing. Still don't, but I found a rhythm. It took a little bit. I knew. Oh, you're not being sarcastic. Hey, either way, I was happy to answer the question. But no, there's now, like Zena said, she took a Zoom class. I'm doing that. I don't remember anybody back in like 2005, 2006, anywhere even prior to like 2010, being like, hey, we have a design class if you want to come take it. I don't remember seeing that as an option for any sewing. I remember classes to teach you how to make something. I don't think I've ever seen that. And obviously, the internet has become a part of everyday life for all of us. YouTube has become a thing. I've been designing patterns longer than YouTube's been around. So there was no YouTube. YouTube didn't exist when I started writing patterns. And then when it did, it wasn't the source of information that we have now. It was a totally different place. I never went on YouTube. I knew what it was, but like I never went there and watched anything. It was really, I would say, and I think this applies to a lot of us from 2020 on, COVID, being stuck at home and needing to reroute our businesses into different directions when YouTube became a huge thing and a lot of bag makers got on YouTube and started channels and things. I started way before, which is why I have a backlog of patterns, and it's why I feel like I'll never be caught up on videos. It's why I don't have a rhythm and a system when it comes to videos because it wasn't part of my business. It wasn't something I ever had any intentions of doing, and it wasn't something I did until 4 years ago when I kind of just said, I guess I don't really have any excuses left. I'm home, I gotta do something, and I guess YouTube is where I should go. So it's everything that I've ever done has been completely self-taught. Minor things here and there, somebody giving a tip on something, me reading like a bit of an instruction on like how to put in a zipper, but it is 100% every single thing that I've done has been self-taught. Started my YouTube channel in Eric's van on a road call, started writing patterns with no knowledge whatsoever, hoping that I knew what I was doing, learning from customers that they wanted page numbers. I didn't know anything. I didn't even know what wholesale meant. I didn't even plan on selling my patterns wholesale. It's a very interesting journey. I would be happy to share the story with you if you ever wanted to hear the whole thing start to finish. We all have different stories. We all have different journeys of how we got to where we are. And mine is just really stumbling upon one thing after another and trying to find what worked and just doing my best to not ever have to have a normal job again. I never wanted to go back to an office again. I left and I said, it's not where I want to be. So that's kind of how it started, but no classes, no anything. So I never saw YouTube until looking for videos to make face masks during COVID. That was a big thing for a lot of people because we didn't make masks. Like we didn't know how to do that. And so when somebody would put a video out there, it was like, oh, somebody could teach us how to do that. And it's not like I didn't know. I watched other people. I watched Lauren. I saw Nicole's videos. I saw all these other videos of these YouTubers, But I was like, that's not for me. I don't know what I'm doing. They're obviously more equipped to do this. I don't have the time. And so it was just kind of, it was kind of one of those things that I was like, I don't have a choice, I feel like, at this point. And now I love being on YouTube. I have such a great time here. I love all like this. And I never thought that I was going to be excited about talking to a camera for an hour every week, but it's one of the highlights of my week. So you just never know. You never know where life is going to take you. So that's all. I saw a question. Where did it go? I scrolled too far. I know it was from Janelle. Where did it go? Okay. I got Tracy's. I saw Janelle's name pop up, so I'm just trying to go back. Hold on. Leanne, I love your nonsense. If you do the design, maybe a panel with Lauren and Sonar, that would be super fun. It might be something that, because Lauren and Nicole and I did not get to do our Friendsgiving this year because we were all super busy. So maybe in the upcoming weeks, once the holidays are over, maybe we'll do something, and we could do something kind of cool like that. It's always good to have ideas, and we'll see what we can do. It's nice to hang out with them and sew live and to hang out with each other. So maybe that's something that we'll coordinate together. So let's see. I love sewing bags, but the patterns seem to be so large nowadays. I look for smaller bags. I do have quite a variety of sizes, and I totally hear you on that. I myself have gone down to a much smaller bag up until a few days ago. So I totally understand that. And maybe in talking about modifications, it would make you more comfortable to get that bigger bag and make it into a size that works for you. So just remember, none of these ideas are going to happen overnight, but it's all things that you guys get in my head, and then it's all I think about, and I'm like, ooh, could we do this? Could we do that? And then it just starts to build on things. I did a whole rotary cutter and ruler video because it was requested, and people were like, we're really not good at using rulers. And I was like, oh, you want a video? So I listen to everything that you guys ask, for sure. So when am I coming back to my sister's house? I don't know for sure. Anytime until, when is it? I do know for sure, and I'm a liar. May. The first weekend of May is a OSQE show, Original Sewing and Quilting Expo show in Raleigh. Look on their website for the dates. I think it's like the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, something like that. I will be there, and more than likely I will be teaching. I'm talking to them right now about setting myself up for classes at all the shows. So if you come visit me at a show next year, there's a really good chance I'll be teaching. So that is when I will be seeing her again, aside from Christmas, which you don't care about because that doesn't impact you. Oh, thank you. First time catching you live. Thank you for always responding in such a timely manner. You're welcome. I'm glad that I make you happy. Lauren, I was super sad when it didn't happen too. So I think we need to actually like really make it happen. And Nicole's in a happy mood right now because she sold her house. So she's having a great time. So we got to get her now while she's all perky and excited. Let's see. If you could go back to the start of your journey, what would you tell yourself? Stop making bags and selling them so cheaply because it's not going to get you anywhere in this world and you're not going to enjoy it. Stand your ground, have a backbone when it comes to your business. Do what you need to do and what makes you happy. And get on YouTube sooner, you ding-a-ling. That's what I would say to myself. I would shake my shoulders and say, listen, get your shit together and get on YouTube because you're going to get a backlog of patterns that you're never going to get through and you're going to drive yourself crazy. It's not that hard. You own an iPad. You're a mature woman. Do it. And I would point my finger at myself and I'd say, cut the crap. Get your act together. That's what I would tell myself. 100%. So glad I caught your live today. It reminded me I wanted to sign up for the sew along. Yay, I'm so excited. So yeah, let me work on some ideas also for how to downsize bags and how I downsize bags. It's never across the board. I can tell you everybody has a different way. I kind of have my own method. So maybe that's something we need to talk about either here live or in a tutorial kind of video. So, Lauren, please come to Raleigh. I know you have family there. Please come. That would be super awesome. I'll be staying with my sister. You can meet my crazy sister. That would be super fun. So yes, we're talking later. I'll be talking to you later. Yes, I'm definitely coming to Raleigh. I already signed up for my booths. So they had the applications out. I put them all out there, and then I talked about teaching, and we're gonna touch base after the holidays. And I'm hoping to have classes at every one of these shows. It's sounding like it's positive. It sounds like that's where we're going. So I'm very excited about that. So let's see here. Fredericksburg. So I have Cleveland. What did I sign up for? Cleveland is April. I'll be at Lawrence in April. May, Raleigh. June, nothing. July, end of July, beginning of August, Dallas. September, Fredericksburg. October, Cincinnati. And November, Novi, Michigan. So, and then I'm done. I'm tapped out. I can't. I cannot do anymore. Lauren and I will be, and Nicole and Brittany and Kathy. Oh my God, there's so many people are going to be in Washington State in February. So we will be there, and then maybe I can convince Lauren to come to Raleigh, and you guys can come see both of us. I don't have any Florida dates. I was trying to get on the teaching list for Lakeland because we can't vend. We were going to go to Washington and then to Florida and then home, and in between all that and everything else, and then stopping and picking up Lauren's trailer and dropping it off, which it is all planned and it's exciting. I said, I don't know if I have the energy to do this. It's a lot of all over the place. So we decided not to vend in Lakeland. I was trying to get on the teaching list, and I was that close to it. And she was like, I actually have somebody that's already here, so don't worry, but we'll get you on for Cleveland. So as of this moment, I have nothing planned for Florida in 2025. So if you want me to come to Florida, maybe you need to invite me there. Tell your local guilds to have me. I don't, unless something changes, I don't have Florida on my list at all for 2025. I know, I'm so sad. I'm sorry. I really, really wanted to go to Lakeland, really, but it started to get a little hectic. And of course, the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, should I just sign up for it? Should I just exhaust myself? I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm trying to not wipe myself out as much. Like this past September, October, when it was 4 events in a row, I can't. It made me so exhausted. And so driving to Illinois, to Washington, back to Illinois, to Florida, then home, I was like, I think this is too much. So we're skipping the Florida part. If that changes, I will tell you. Stephanie said, please. And my Dr. Pat said, no. Exactly. So could it change? Anything can change at any moment. Do I have anything planned? No, I do not. So just letting you know. But there's also Zoom classes, and I know it's not the same. I know I can't hug you through Zoom, but on Zoom we can see each other's faces, because I don't know what a lot of you look like, and it bothers me. If I'm being honest, I need to see what you look like. I don't want to get sick, Pat. You are 100% right. I do not want to wear myself out. I don't want to get myself sick. I want to enjoy things. And what I threw out there just now, the shows, there's other stuff happening too. There's other things in between there too. So I don't want to get sick. I want to be present and available for all of those. That didn't count virtuals, retreats, virtual classes. Something else I'm working on that I can't tell you about yet that I think it's going to be pretty cool. There's a whole lot of other things. I plan on keeping myself with a steady amount of busyness, but not too much, not way too much where I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this. Just a good amount. You want us to slide some selfies in your DMs? I think we should slide into everyone's DMs, Lauren, and give them all selfies of all of us and just, send them a little something. All of a sudden, when you guys start randomly getting messages from myself and Lauren, this is why. It's just because this is what we did. Pat, I will make sure. I will make sure that you tell me to slow it down. Computer to computer next month. Zena, I am so excited. I'm so excited. Like more than you even know. Every time your name comes up, I'm like, I get to meet her soon. And I get excited about that with all of you. And I'm like, ooh, I don't know that person. Like I know their name, but I don't know their face. So it's always really exciting to me. So Robert has never done a Zoom. Definitely join a Zoom with us. It's super fun. I have two different ways. We have retreats where you sew whatever you want. It's casual. You hang out. You just kind of, talk and work on whatever you want. And then we have classes where we work on the same project, start to finish. I sew with you. I make the bag as you're making the bag. I answer questions. We go start to finish through a pattern. So there's information on the website. There will be more coming because I have January and February Zoom classes to add on. So you will definitely have lots of options. So, and thank you, Kim. I think they're a blast too. I get very excited. So let's see here. Okay, so I got all of it out there. I got it all out there, 12 o'clock on the dot. All right, you guys, Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. Hanukkah's really late this year. It starts the day after Christmas. I didn't realize that. So happy everything. I hope you have great times with your family and your friends. And if the holiday season is hard for you and it's not your thing and you're struggling, send me an email. Send me an email and tell me that you just need a little pep talk and a little cheer me email, and I'll send you something nice. We can correspond. I get that the holidays are not for everybody. I totally understand that they're hard on a lot of people. So if you're having a hard time, so are other people. Send me an email and we'll chit chat and I'll tell you how awesome I think you are. And we'll talk about dogs. We can talk about anything you want. We'll talk about my caffeine addiction. Anything that makes you happy. I hope your presents are all wrapped. Mine are not. They are bought. They're not wrapped. And I made the last present. I'm done. So I just have to actually wrap them and then start making prime rib. And I don't know what I'm doing. So it's going to be great. I have assistance. So I will see you guys after the holidays. I will see you next Friday. We'll do our recap on 2024. And then we will talk about the New Year's Eve, So Long, second annual. And I'm very excited about it. And maybe in the meantime, I'll go call my friend Lauren and we'll come up with something else exciting and spicy for you guys. Who knows? So have an awesome day. Have an awesome weekend and eat lots of Christmas cookies because you deserve it. All right. I'll see you. Bye.